There's no video. I'm just well, okay. How tall are you? Dress size. And how do you know you fit the requirements of the broadcast? Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. Do you have Instagram? Great. Type your Instagram in the chat room. I'm going to send you a message because if you're not ready to go there, that's fine. But you can send me an IG, and then we can go from there. Okay, cool. So go ahead. I said, go ahead.
I took myself out of the situation and actually thought about it. And I kind of agree with you. So
What were
to
you
come,
offended? What were you offended about?
I think it was an offense is in when you said, when you did a comparison to say that Black women they go to school and they're focused on education, and other races may go to school in finding of a husband.
Mm-hmm.
So at first, I'm just like, I come from a Caribbean background, and you go to school, everything is about education. And, we work so hard for you to be in this country, and you do that to make your parents proud, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I took myself out of the situation and I thought about it and I said, you know what? He's completely right. Because when I was in college, I didn't date with the lenses that I do now. And I actually see that how it's kind of shape and changes the dating scale.
Where do
So
you live?
I live in Atlanta.
And where was your last relationship?
My last relationship was about 3 years ago,
How long did it last?
a year.
A year, and who ended it?
I did.
Why?
I have a complex that if I am not in myself feeling like I am 100%, in essence of if I'm not good with my career or things of that nature, I feel that I take it where I can be in this relationship.
What do you mean? If you're not 100% in your career, it can what?
In essence of like, if I am still trying to work on myself as a woman, I feel that the relationship, I can't be me in that relationship because I'm still focused on the growth component. And that is something I have also learned, that I don't have to be 100% bringing everything to the table. So when I came across your content, it has changed my mindset and my perspective. So I just wanted to kind of ask you in essence of college women or women that, are in their professions that make a certain amount of money that do desire to be married,
Okay.
that what is the essential where you say many times that when you get into your later 20s that time time is not on your side.
All right. So your question is what? Shorten it down.
Yes, so my question is a woman that is 29 that makes six figures, that
Mm-hmm.
desires to be married, in essence of
Married to whom? Do you want children?
I do.
Okay. How many children would you like to have?
I can have one or two.
One or two?
Yeah,
Just
man.
but and the last relationship you had was how many years ago?
4 years ago.
Yeah, that's a problem. And why is it a problem? Because your relationship muscles have atrophied, right?
Okay.
So you may be a great worker, but what you want, are you really cut out to be in a relationship with anybody?
Right.
And then children, that's fine, but most men get into relationships to have children. what they're going to deal with, especially if they're talking about marriage. And are you willing to date somebody who's earning less than you?
Is
Are
that a
you?
question?
Yeah. Are you
No.
willing to date somebody that's making less than you?
No.
Well, then I'm sorry. Why the question becomes, why would somebody who's making more than you want to date a woman who's older than them? I mean, who's not necessarily who's older, who only wants one kid, right?
I
Why?
didn't say I wanted one kid. I said I'm open to having one or two children. I come from a small family, so I don't know
Well, that's
anything.
fine. You can be open
Yeah.
to it, but men generally want kids. And then
Yeah.
what are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing to the table for this guy?
Okay.
So you, this is why I was talking about college
Yeah.
and so many women who go to school, and it's like, okay, you've done all this for what? To be independent, right?
Yeah.
You did all this to earn money to be independent.
Correct.
Okay, well now you're independent. That's what you got. Now you're independent. Okay? You're independent. You're 29. You're making over six figures. You can't marry somebody who's making under six figures. Half the men in this country make under six figures. So now you pretty much destine yourself to die alone. Because I can't make more men make this amount of money, and I will just go on the. I will go and say that. Let's just say I believe you make what you say you make. Okay, and then what?
I'm listening. I'm taking in what you're saying.
No, no. Well, I don't need you to listen. I need you to dialogue.
Okay.
um, you went to school to be independent, to earn some money. Why does a man need to make what you're making in order to be your man?
I think in the past I have answered that question and say that I didn't care before, but I think as I grow and the where I currently how I provide for myself, I think
Uh-huh.
that I would want maintenance or to continuously grow.
Okay,
And
short answer to that, ma'am. You talk too much too. I'm just gonna be honest. Every time I've asked you to talk, you just blah 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 blah. Blah. And I'm not trying to be offensive, but that's too many words. Just make it quick. You need somebody to make what you're making, so you don't have to spend your money on them. Tell me I'm wrong.
I guess if you want to put it that way,
No, that's the way it is. You want your money for you. You don't want to spend your money on them. What's the most money you've ever spent on a man?
um, probably like $600,
For what?
a birthday gift.
For what? What would you buy with $600?
Like on a trip, like an experience for him and his friends them.
Did you go on the trip?
Nope.
All right. Well, $600. I'm gonna be honest. I've said this before, so again, it's not to you. I laughed when a woman said she spent $600. We spent $600 on a weekend. You're a six-figure woman and $600. We spend that on a pair of shoes for you guys. Go ask the woman who I was on Clubhouse with. When she said that, I laughed. She said, I spent $600 on a Toomey bag. That's nothing. It's nothing in respect to your money. You have a relationship with your money, and that's more important than a man. Fine, but that's what you will get instead of a man. Did you watch my broadcast on Beyonce and Jay-Z?
No, I didn't.
Well, I did. If it's good enough for Beyonce, Beyonce has far more money than you, right?
I'm not this yet.
Yeah, yeah. And she worked for 7 years to earn Jay-Z's ring. She's better looking than most women, and she far out earns all you ladies. And if you go back and watch that broadcast, there's a reason why she has a husband and her sister doesn't. This is why I came down on the degrees, because your degree is not doing anything except keeping you single and selfish. Selfish meaning you value your money more than a person. So it wasn't about education. It was about an attitude. All right, if you're going to sit there, I'm going to go on to the next person. All this professional, I got a degree, I got a PhD.
I'm a PhD.
It don't matter. It does not matter. None of this stuff matters. Off.
Okay.
So you're a medical student. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm 27 years old, and I kind of have a disagreement, but just more of a curiosity. So I guess my question really has to do with, in being professional, a lot of us, at least for me, you know, it's kind of this thing of coming. I'm from Detroit, so kind
What's
of.
What's the disagreement?
The idea that if you go to college, you're against wanting marriage. For me, I
didn't say that. This broadcast this broadcast, huh?
I was kind of paraphrasing to be quick.
Well, no,
you like quick.
Well, but the thing is, this is about are pretty professional women destined to be unmarried.
Mm-hmm. So I'm professional, in the making.
Okay. Do you disagree? Did you watch the broadcast?
Yes, I've been watching it tonight. I'm a new not necessarily a follower, but I tune in. I'm new to your channel.
Okay. And the crux of this is you're 27 and medical student.
28.
28. All right. Mm-hmm. So you will be a professional.
Yes.
But currently you're in school.
Yes.
So what's the disagreement?
So I guess I'm just trying to understand like this idea of if you're becoming a professional that you're ultimately choosing that over having marriage. I think I've struck a balance, or at least.
Are you married?
Both. No, I'm not.
Okay. So you can't speak on it. Where's your fiance?
I mean, that's why I'm calling in actually to discuss these topics.
Well, no. Well, no. You disagree, but your living life is you're not even a professional yet, but you still don't have a husband and you're in a danger zone. Why don't you have a relationship? If you're going to tell me that you can have both, why don't you have at least one?
Well, I'm in the process of.
Why don't you have at least one? You're 28, and you could have had a husband or a profession by this age. Mm-hmm. True or false?
True.
And you have neither. Then you want to disagree. I don't understand.
Well, I don't think the timing usually lines up perfectly.
I don't care about timing lining up perfectly. You want to disagree on the subject that you're not in. And I was trying to be polite and say, ma'am, you're not really qualified to discuss this because it's about pretty professional women destined to die unmarried. And you said, well, I don't think that because you choose school, you don't have to be this. Yet you don't have a husband, a fiance. Do you even have a boyfriend?
Yes, I do.
How long you been with him?
About 2 years.
Why hasn't he married you in 2 years? What's going to change?
Honestly, I'm personally not ready. I want to be a doctor already.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Here's the point. Here's the point right here.
Oh, I thought you were saying.
No, I'm telling you guys, here's the point right here. You're the point right here. I want to be a doctor first. And how long before you're actually a practicing MD?
2 years.
Right. So you're going to hold him off for 2 more years. Then you might consider accepting a proposal if he gave it.
Well, I think it's a mutual agreement.
That's not mutual. It's not mutual. Does he want to marry you?
Yes.
And you told him not to propose or to propose?
Not necessarily no. I think it's just
Right.
discussion.
Thank you. Just like the previous caller, career is more important than the man.
I think it's just wanting to
ma'am, I can't make up what you just said. You got a man that's been with you for 2 years, and as soon as you would think to marry him was after medical school, it's 2 more years. So you're gonna waste 4 years of this man's time, and because you're not ready to be married. Fine, but you're gonna tell me that you can have both, and you don't have either. How tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
Dress size?
14.
Where'd you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? Can't use 7?
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
No. What would your eyes be holding?
I don't. I wouldn't.
What would your eyes be holding?
But I'm not going to insult myself on a public forum.
You would just say what?
Like the last woman did.
No. See, that's another thing we're going to talk about. You guys overestimating yourself because you don't want to insult yourself. Overestimating yourself is an insult because you know you're lying.
Oh, I didn't give any numbers, so I actually.
I know. What would it be?
I plead the fifth.
What would it be? Because I will put it. Okay, well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, put it. I would like to hear your opinion. Please share.
Okay, I will share. I will definitely do that. I will share my opinion right after I share that.
Oh, a video of me on the page.
Well, you wanted to talk about it. You wanted to be funny. I asked you the question. There you go. I gave you a chance to do it the right way, and you want to be a jerk about it. So now I'll play with you.
Oh, wow. I'm a jerk?
Yes. Pleading the fifth. That's not an answer. It's uncooperative. On a show where you see other people waiting.
I can't argue with that.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you asked me to share, so now it's shared. So don't ask me to remove it because of privacy. You asked me to share. It was shared.
I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay.
Let me go ahead and finish this. I don't want to go back and forth, but it was because of your deciding to want to argue about something that you have nothing to substantiate. I don't like women coming up to argue a point that you're not even living.
Oh, I didn't come to argue. I came to have just a discussion, not a
a sensible discussion is a civil discussion is not somebody pleading the fifth when you know their questions are answered. When I ask you simply to rate yourself, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that.
You got it. I stand by that.
Yeah, you're going to stand by it because you ain't going to stand for long at a dress size 14. Keep playing with me if you want to. Keep playing with me if you want to. Save the games for your friends. I'm not your friend. I'm not a play toy. I'm doing something here. And I'm going to let everybody else take a break. Woo-saw.
How are you guys? That's another video. And as you can see, he dismantled 2 of them. Got them up out of there. 2 career-driven women that, after breaking down the story a little bit, shown that they cared about their career and money before, man.